Yeah, I've been patient, I've been locked in on the go. Let the setup come to me, that's the only way I roll. Never chase, never fold, keep it chill, keep control. Got that process in my veins, let the profits take a stroll. Woke up charts glowing like they know me well. Discipline a crown, yeah, I wear it proud. River keep flowing, I just follow the route. Not the same man daily, yeah, I'm leveling out. Treat the morning like a moment I've been built for. Wrist tight, mind calm, that's a real score. Everybody wanna flex what they think they know, but the river doesn't brag, man, it just shapes stone. If it's not my setup, I don't touch it, let it pass. Every force trade ends with me looking back. So I breathe in, breathe out, let the market do its dance. And the patience that I practice turn the future to my hands. Ain't the same as last week, whole new mind. Water in the groove, yeah, I flow in my time. Let the fear fade out, let the greed decline. I'm aligned with the grind, stay refined in the climb. Yeah, I've been patient, I've been gold. Let the setup come to me, that's the only way I roll. Never chase, never fold, keep it chill, keep control. Got that process in my veins, let the profits take a stroll. Woke up charts glowing like they know me well. Discipline the crown, yeah, I wear it proud. River keep flowing, I just follow the route. Not the same man daily, yeah, I'm leveling out. Show up, slow up, let the noise blow up. I don't fold up. Wave ride, same tide, every sunrise. Give me new eyes. Stone grind, long time, water carved lines. If you show up, no rush, no clutch, patience be the code that I go by. I don't chase wins, I chase discipline. Let tomorrow be tomorrow, I just settle in. Every loss is just a lesson that'll tighten my spin. Every candle on the chart make me better again. Yeah, I've been
What's up? Good morning. Welcome to the stream. How you guys doing? Happy Monday. Hope you had a good weekend. What's up, Mike? Froggy, how you doing? Lucas? Strega? Dre, what's going on? Stumbling Wanderer, good morning. Guten Morgen. Wie geht's? Evan, what's up? Sakura, how you doing? Jacob? Arnesis, Lupek, Medi, Grizz, what's going on? Harsh, Miguel, good morning. Mr. Macaco, what up? Oscar, Slee, Ayo, Joe, Ree, J Academy, what's going on? Ethan, Faust, what's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? Happy midnight in Japan. Oh man, hope you had a good Monday. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Mine was fine. It was productive. You know, did a lot of like household stuff that needed to be done, you know. Saw a couple movies. Watched Super Bowl. Super Bowl was pretty boring though. But yeah, it was fine. What movies? I went and saw Sentimental Value. It's a Best Picture nom. It's a Norwegian film. It was maybe my favorite movie I've seen this year. It's very good. It's a drama. And then I saw There Will Be Blood, which I've just been meaning to see that for years. I just never felt like sitting down to watch a long, epic, 2.5 hour long movie. But I watched that. That was very good as well. So, yeah, I saw some good movies. Evan's paying attention. Have you heard of that movie, Evan? I mean, it's actually most of it's, just straight up in, I would say like 70% of the movie's Norwegian, 80%, and then they have some English. But, yeah, it was a good movie. Discord's dropping some frames here. Hola, what's up? Good morning. Tian, how you doing? Alistair, what's going on? What's your favorite movie of all time? Maybe my all-time favorite movie is Good Will Hunting. I love that movie. I'm a big Elliott Smith fan, if you know the musician, and his music's featured all over that soundtrack. And that's how I found him. So it was like a seminal movie for me when I was like 15 years old. I said 70 or 80% is what I meant to say Norwegian, and then like 20% English. I'm not doing partial math, I swear. What's up, Ken? How you doing? All right, so I posted an update on my accounts on Discord. I had the one laggard account, which is it's number 10 on here. But I traded that yesterday after stream. I took a few more trades on the 4 accounts, small size, or no, all 5 accounts, sorry, small size, and ended up taking, giving back. I was up like $300, and I gave about 150 of that back on a couple trades. So I left the day up about 100, I guess 170 bucks on 4 of the accounts, and then I had like a $500 day on the remaining number 10 as the account. Anyway, so they're all right around 51,000 now, so $1,000 profit. Markets are open. Is my data delayed?
All wet and slick and it's ready to
No,
go.
okay. My clock, I think, is delayed by 4 seconds on my PC. I don't know why that happens. My PC clock just like lagged, or it's ahead sometimes. There's a nice drop here. I've got 30-minute demand. And below that, we have overnight lows at 968.5. Yeah, Greg, I think I read all about it, about Elliott Smith there. I think it was, yeah, I think it's just self-inflicted there. What's my take on the Super Bowl? It was field goal fest. It was so boring. Okay, there's overnight lows. Very boring Super Bowl. One of the most boring Super Bowls I can remember, maybe. I don't know. All I wanted was, like, I wanted the game. I wanted Seahawks to win, and I wanted the game to be close, where, like, with, maybe last possession of the game, the other team could tie it or score, or take the lead or something. And it was kind of a blowout. So the final score is a little misleading. Yeah, Seahawks. I mean, it was a defensive showdown, right? So from a casual viewing perspective, it's not that interesting. Obviously, those defenses were very good, and I don't know, Drake got a little bit. He got owned there, but he got sacked like 7-8 times, something like that. So he had a rough go of it. But yeah, not very exciting. I would have rather had, any other combination of teams practically from the playoffs. That's all right. You made $200 buying a Walker MVP in the first quarter. Nice. That's a good idea. I had the quarterbacks. I thought one of the quarterbacks was going to do well. Silly me. Dan, would you prefer to trade micros or minis? Today, I was looking to see what kind of movement we got today, and that'll decide. Right now, it's looking like micro contracts is the way to go. It's still looking like these 1-minute candles are pretty big so far. So if it starts to settle down here soon, then I can go to minis, but that's still pretty risky. So I'll load up like maybe 5 micros. Very nice sweep of overnight lows. Like if you bought that, you're sitting in a good spot there. You stayed up till 5 a.m. to watch it? Oh, dude. I don't think I would have done that. That's crazy, man. So the Super Bowl comes on at like 2 a.m. for you? Where are you at? I thought you were in UK or something. Sounds like Australia or something. Or not Australia. Where else would it be? Eastern Europe? That's like 8 hours ahead. Something like that. Netherlands? It's late for you? Wow. Started at 12:30. Wow, that's hard to imagine that. Here in America, it's so ingrained that you know, Super Bowl parties and stuff. You know, when I was on the West Coast, it was you know, like an afternoon game. Order pizza, whatever, bunch of snacks. All right. Well, let's see if we get new highs and push to VWAP then. A little 30-minute supply. I don't see that right around 100 level, but you know, hopefully it's not too big of a problem for the upside. You had a Super Bowl party, Grizz? Made ribs and wings with lots of sides. Dang, I would have gone. What's up, Yuri? How you doing? I didn't get the invite either, Evan. Guess Grizz is trying to keep it for Southern California natives only, huh? That's fine, man. All right, can we get a push here? It's a nice little buy up there on that wick. I think we push. I think we push to VWAP. Can ES get a little juice going? Come on. Is Apex Trade of 8 data delayed for everyone or just me? I'm not on Apex, but I have Trade of 8 data into Ninja Trader and it's working as expected. Grizzy sent invites. Parshov was supposed to deliver them personally. Well, that's your problem. You're picking a guy who can't figure out basic percentages to try to coordinate flights all around the world to deliver invites. That ain't it. Oh, man. Well, I got my new keyboard in. The Keychron. It's very, very satisfying to type on. But now, since it's like a high-profile keyboard compared to my thin Apple one, I need like a palm rest now. So I gotta get like a rest for it, but... Want to hear what it sounds like? There's VWAP on ES. There's VWAP on NASDAQ. So it's interesting, you know, like even if you like that wick here on this green candle / blue, getting another wick down there on the you know, pretty much a subsequent candle there, and this candle is about 42 points or something. So how much was it? This keyword is pretty expensive. They have a ton of different options, but you know, I want the full size, 100% size. So I think this was like it's a Keychron. It's like their expensive one, Q6 Ultra. It gets 240 maybe. Would have told me like even 10 years ago that I would spend $240 on a keyboard, I would think you're insane. But dude, this thing is like, it weighs a lot. It's metal. It's freaking literally a metal solid piece of art here. I mean, I'm not gonna break that. You know, should last a long time, I hope. So through 100 level in that 30-minute supply, got 1 hour supply overhead around 160. Yo, saying I type like a secretary is a compliment. I mean, they're like a professional typist. VWAP projection here. You breaking a lot of lesser keyboards? Well, my Apple one's a little bent. It's like a little wobbly. You see that bend in it? Like kind of, it like rocks a little bit. I mean, who has a smashed keyboard? Come on. All right. It's tempting to want to go for the long. Kind of is tempting for that. We swept overnight lows. Above VWAP now. So. What do you guys like here? All I says long from 45s ES here. Long from 45 is nice because you can be at break even and let it retest VWAP, right? Without it stopping you out. Tommy locked out, up 435, nice. Are the accounts going good? You know, up $1,000 after 2 days. That's good progress. Yeah, Lupek has been crushing it on silver. He's been posting on in the Discord his P&Ls, and they have been massive for a 50K account. On Top Step, you start with a $0 balance. Let's see, Lupek, this morning you posted you're up you're at 48,000. You're pretty much, so I mean, I don't know what day you're on, but I think you're, you know, you should be able to get max payout 5 times in a row by just, you can flip contracts on Top Step, right? So just by flipping and making a small profit from the last payout, that's all you got to do, right? So that is insane to make 48,000. It's at 50,000 now, dude. That's funny. Normally you see a screenshot of a $50,000 prop firm account and the balance is $50,003. It's like, oh, you made $3. Congrats. No, this balance in the XFA starts at 0. So you literally made $50,000, dude. You are insane in the best way. That's so sick. Congratulations. So now you just got to get those payouts. And what, Eddie, is it 5 payouts of $5,000 you get moved live like always or whatever? But anyways, you should be, like, I would be hesitant. Right? Should you be hesitant in this position to make too much more money? Because I'm thinking about, will they just move, what's the cap on moving like funds to live? Like, what's that cap like, I wonder? Because you don't want to have to give up too much profit. All right, 200 next. So again, you know, a bit of a chop here, but we're about to move 100 points from that supply zone break, seems like. I'm just trying to be extra patient here. You know, obviously there's a few like longs that seem probable, but I don't really want to get in trouble on something that's not so solid. That just because it looks probable doesn't mean I have a trade out of it. Gabagool, what's up, buddy? Gabagool's in the house.
Gabagool, over here.
There he is. What's up, buddy? Say hi to the stream. Or lick your paw, one or the other. So yeah, what was that wick on ES there? That was kind of nasty. Down to 45 and back up instantly. It happened so fast I didn't even notice it. Were you overall profitable last week? Yeah. Okay, you can bring in a max 50K. Okay, so you if you take 5 payouts of $5,000, it's 25K. So you could still make another 25K then, right? What's up, Brad? Man, you called the breakout. Of course, I went long and got chopped up. Blue eval because bigger moves than my small account can handle. Yeah, dude, it's been like that for like what, at least a week, where it requires a lot smaller size. All right, I forget. Did someone say there's news today, or was I think I was gonna look and then I got distracted. For some reason, I went to finance.yahoo.com at some point, and so now it keeps auto filling when I type in Fin instead of financial juice. It goes to finance.yahoo. And I'm like, no, gonna make me type out this whole word. Yeah, there's no news today. There's some Fed speak later, but T-bills, but I think we're all right. All right, so Nasdaq sitting on VWAP here. ES dropped below it. Watch what happens next. Okay, so, you know, we got a little 15-minute demand that formed off of the open. So that's down here at 073-ish. We'll test a view up there. See if we can break 100 level, move lower. Well, chat, you guys like anything? Miguel, what do you like? You like any of this? I didn't see if you post anything. Dealing with Wi-Fi problems on the sidelines. That's not the worst worst thing in this shop. Long from 075 question mark. Well, we do have that demand zone here. You know, it's 15-minute demand. I don't place a ton of importance on it. All right, Luhan, I'm glad you glad you used all those big words to find out that you know as much as I do. What's up, Parsha? Weekend was good. It was busy, productive, and got to see some movies, so maybe a good balance of things. All right, here's VWAP on both. Got VIX data today. That's only $2 a month or something. That's pretty good. All right. Are we going to reject here? Or not? Let's find out. Robbie sanded, stained, and coated a new desk he found thrifting. Nice. Good stuff, dude. Get to watch some Olympics. I watched some highlights on YouTube. Yeah. Again, I received 2 payouts this year. So yeah, I'm up a little bit. Let's see, I made a Purdy payout of $3,600, and then 2,000 from, well, 1,790 I think from Lucid. So off to a decent start actually. Just had to go through a few more evals than I would have liked. But now I'm on a mission to get a payout from 5 accounts after I did it with 2. So that is my mission. You haven't seen the figure skating competitions? Nope. The Olympics in 2012 Parshov were fun. I was working as an intern at a recording studio, and we didn't have a lot to do. And there's a bunch of TVs around, so we would just stand around watching the Olympics a lot of the time. So it was kind of fun. Like, I watched way more than I ordinarily would back in 2012. Yeah, you could add Perdia, Parshov. You know, they locked me out of getting new accounts. That's my fault, I guess. I didn't read that part of the FAQ. Luhan. Why'd they lock you out? So on Perdia, they're not trying to do sim payouts, right? They want to move people alive. And so if you do take a sim payout, which is like if you take your funds out. Hang on a second. Sorry, something dropped down my keyboard. If you take if you take out like pretty much all your money before they move you live, like while you're allowed to take that payout, they don't really want that. Like, it's like they want you to be live with them. So by doing that, you're pretty much saying, no, I don't want to be live. I just want the money. And so in that case, they block you from buying more, which I get. I totally get. It's too bad because I liked it, you know, like I like the Purdy funded. Like I was like, oh, let's do it again. That was not that bad, and it was a good payout. So I was looking forward to running it back. But trading micros, bro. I'm planning to, just because these wicks are still a little crazy. I wouldn't mind seeing like one more spike up and then maybe the flush. I don't know. This is very choppy right now. I don't see a lot for me to do at the moment, so I'm chilling. Do live accounts have on-demand payouts or payout cycles? Generally speaking, live accounts have daily payouts. They should be uncapped because the firm benefits. It's real money, so the firm benefits if you benefit, right? So they want you to make $1 million, right? Because then they get 10% or whatever. So generally, it's daily uncapped payouts in live accounts. I hate Mondays like this. This is like the Super Bowl, man. Back and forth, 3 and outs, 3 and outs. Okay, so there's a spike up. Maybe we can get a flush. I don't know. This is just so back and forth. It's not very interesting. What's the Monday effect theory? Just that it's like crap price action? All right, new highs, 200 incoming. Took us a while to get there. This price action, that's why I always sim trade Monday and Fridays. All right, fair enough. Yeah, it's good to look at your stats and see like what's hurting your P&L there. Like you know, for me, trading afternoon generally not a good idea. This is Lucid Flex, or sorry, they're Lucid Pros. They're funded, so they're Lucid Flex funded though. Your stats say everything's hurting your P&L. Touche. Jake's in sim relations with his girlfriend Mondays and Fridays for the same reason. Smart Jake. See, Jake's playing like 3D chess here. You just gone over to swing trading, Evan? How do you swing trade in this environment, though? It feels so back and forth. I kind of want to see a sweep of PDH and then short, but honestly, it's not that great. Swinging monthly credit spreads on large caps. Okay. You're also playing 3D chess there. What's up, Botan? How you doing? All right, so let's see if we can get that push to PDH then. Right at 200 level. Man. Maybe I should trade silver instead. Marsha, I told you that in private. Yeah, I watch everything with subtitles. Honestly, the dialogue is usually not mixed loud enough. It's not because I'm old. There's dozens of us that think the same thing. Dozens of us. Does Lucid... My Fun of Futures did put restrictions on. I posted those in Discord. Lucid still has no restrictions on metals. It's gonna be metal. Yeah, I think, like, honestly, when I go to the movie theater, I'm like, damn, I wish they had subtitles. I do think that. It's plenty loud, but I mean, again, sometimes the audio mix, it's just a little, dialogue's a little lower. And sometimes I wish I had subtitles in the movie theater. I think that's like on status. $650 for the day. Nice job, Drewski. Apex also put a restriction on metals. Yeah, so Lucid I haven't heard anything about. Do anything with metals? I think they're still good. Can we sweep PDH? Yeah, Jake, I feel like I've seen that one, that video about why everyone watches with subtitles now. Up 700 for the day, Wolf. Nicely done. What would you say is a fair amount to pay for engagement photos? Looking to propose soon. Where are you located? There's a sweep PDH. Honestly, I haven't really kept up with pricing, but kind of just depends. Like, you know, if you're gonna get like a high-end photographer, like a good photographer, they're gonna be many hundreds of dollars probably for like an hour or so. I don't remember what we used to charge. Like so you want proposal photos? Because that's different. Proposal photos are a little different than engagement photos. Like engagement photos are just like the couples photos you take after you're engaged, and then the proposal photos would be like in the moment, someone hiding in the bushes, being a creep, you know, photographing you proposing. So that might be, they're usually like a little the different shoots. The proposal one could be cheaper because it's like less time. Yeah, proposal photos, DFW. Oh, well, if you're just around there, the area, I don't know. I don't know, maybe like under 500, I guess. Down 1,700 on the day after a 1,200 green day last week. You feel devastated. Do you have any tips for managing days like this? Well, it happens to pretty much all of us, I would say. Look at it as, you know, part of your journey, and figure out how to avoid doing that tomorrow, you know, and say, look, you know, in 10 years, I'm not going to remember today. I'm not going to remember losing 1,700 today, no matter how bad I feel in the moment. It's not even a blip in your trading journey radar, you know, like it just feels bad right now. But look, you're down like 500 after 2 days of trading. That's not that big of a deal if you think about it. It's just a very small sample size, and just figure out what it is that's making you lose a little bit too much, and create rules about it. Sounds like Drewski's saying here. Sounds like you're revenge trading. Yeah, so look, it's very choppy. There's some trades that I thought could be good here. I like the sweep of overnight lows, and there's many times where I'm like, yeah, long could be good here, but I'm not seeing a whole lot else. You know, like, yeah, I think that could play out, but I don't see like the structure of a trade around it for how I like to trade. So that's why I've just been sitting here and not taking any trades. So really, maybe just really wait until you have that A+ setup, and not trade because the market's moving, not trade because you're supposed to make money today. No, wait for that opportunity of that setup that you know is high probability. Because if you can wait for that setup, it keeps you out of trouble, it keeps you out of chop, it keeps you out of like taking paper cuts and then making a poor decision because you're trying to get back to green. So it can like eliminate some of the poor decisions and make it easier to stay disciplined. So you were an assassin hiding in bushes? No, we only did we did proposal photos once for a friend in Joshua Tree. That was fun. Have you ever used TradingView as your platform connected to your prop firm? I tried maybe like once, but no, it's not that good. In my opinion, it's not my preferred choice. I know plenty of people do it, so if you want to do it, it's not like you're set up for failure. It's just I don't think it's ideal in that way. Good morning, Justine. How you doing? Learn to drop boxes over sideways movement. Yeah, you could totally do that too. Looks like we got more 15-minute demand here that formed. Yeah, VIX moving lower, market grinding higher through the 200s here. We got overnight highs at 346. So still a ways away, 100 points away. See if we can get a little juicy here. Get up there without too much struggle. Yeah, Joshua Tree in California, yep. We lived in LA for a long time. Close out your 47 ES long too early. You had to sit through some a bit of chop, huh? Glad you got Vic's data partial off. Yeah, I think it's hopeful. Deadline for new music. Look, no self-imposed deadline, and maybe I need one because I work better with the deadline, and I worked on it a little bit this weekend. I'm still trying to figure out overall direction for the release. I think a little bit more ambient, a little maybe shoegazy. I don't know. Not too shoegazy. So I don't know. We'll see. Let's see, it's February 9th. Generally, February is my writing music month. Is LA super expensive? Yes, it is. My brother recently moved there for his master's degree. Yeah, it's very expensive. Carmine, I don't know. He's not posted today anything. I don't know if he's trading today. I don't know. Like if this same house was put in a reasonable neighborhood or suburb or whatever of LA, I'm sure it'd be like 3 million or something. That's crazy. You're along Microsoft, Evan? I didn't know you're in the Discord, Evan. You're that Discord. I know you're in Carmine's Discord. Nice, Evan. I had no idea. Someone said Carmine's in Dubai. Oh, is he doing like podcasts and shit? Maybe with that, who's that one guy who did deep charts? Anthony, or what's his name? The Robbins Cup guy. Dubai is really expensive, like $40 for a taxi expensive. Bro, you're just talking about anywhere in a big city in America, too. New York, taxis are expensive. LA, you're traveling a lot of miles. Yeah, Fabio. Yeah, Valentini. The cost of living between Evan and Parshov is just astronomical. Back to 200 after topping out 254 there. This is so freaking. This is so dull. Man. All right. I'm trying to think of like what's something that would get me in a trade here. I mean, I don't know. Like maybe if we find some buyers down here at 15-minute demand. $1 kilometer in Kenya is approximately $1. I don't know how far a kilometer is. I know. It's like, what, 3/5 of a mile, maybe? Hitting the long or short button should get you into trade? Fair enough. Okay, how about this? Let me draw something out. I don't like the new drawing tool for the trades on MotiveWave. It's really annoying. Don't like it. Okay, I think you could have a trade here. 1.5 to 1. Then you kind of have a little bit of a head and shoulders here. Yeah, something like that could work. Down to VWAP maybe. You know what fascinates me? There are a lot of strategies, but many traders have kind of the same levels on their chart, and that's why you can win with so many strategies. That's why I think it's funny when people poo-poo you for not trading a certain way that they trade. I'm like, dude, you know how many times like supply and demand correlates with like something else? So you could trade that something else, and I could be trading supply and demand, and we could come to the same conclusion. It doesn't matter as long as it works. In winter, what do you expect electric bills to come to? Well, it just depends on how your house is heated. So, right? So we have, electric, but then we also have gas for the heat. So the gas bill, the heater runs off gas, the furnace. The air conditioner in the summer runs off electric. So in the summer, your electric bills are really high. And in the winter, it's your gas bills that are high. So gas bills maybe are like depends on your house, depends on how warm you keep it, but maybe like $250 to $350, and then electric bills, $100 whatever in the winter maybe. So maybe you're looking to spend $400, $450 in the winter, I would say, on those two utilities. And again, it depends. Maybe if you're in a small apartment that's energy efficient, you don't have that same kind of bill. The air conditioner does not do heating. No, they're separate units. It's like a whole house central air is how I would say a lot of the houses are done here, just because we have such extreme weather. Like the summers get really hot. The winters get very cold. So if you're lucky, you have an air conditioner for the summer and then a furnace for the winter. You're an air conditioning engineer in the UK, that's what you're asking? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's see if what I drew plays out. So I got the bounce. Can I get the rejection? By the way, Dana, I had that heat map issue on version 7 of MotiveWave and reverted back to 6.9, got the same issue. MotiveWave said they would fix it on the version 7, but I haven't re-downloaded it. Okay, I'll try the update after stream. I'm kind of so tired of these problems. All right, come on. I think if we can top out here, I would short it, but the problem is ES is making new highs here, so it could drag NQ with it. We'll see. Otherwise, you look, the 3 micros, I think it's worth the risk. It's not a bad risk reward here. Dan, you drew that pullback perfectly. Can you draw me a girlfriend, please? Doesn't work like that, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd start a matchmaking business. Make a lot more money. Longing for another 5. Does that mean 5 points? I assume that means 5 points then. Nice. Can you try once, please? My hands are getting tired. Okay, let's draw Luhan's girlfriend. I assume you want her to have like a oval head shape. Probably, it's gonna be a stick figure, obviously. I am a terrible artist. I do. Well, she's happy to see you, Lupek. So, or sorry, Luhan. So, arms up like this. She's very happy. Not gonna do any other physical features that'd be inappropriate. But let's give her a straight torso at least. And then she doesn't need to be too tall. And then she could be, you know. She says, I love you, because she's very sweet like that. And then maybe she also says, like, you're the best trader in my heart. You know, gotta have support from your significant other. So there you go, Luhan. See if that works. Straight torso. You don't even focus on the fact that she doesn't have eyes or mouth, Grizz. How inappropriate. I said other features would be inappropriate. Chat popping off. Come on. Okay. This is a very serious business. That looks just like me, Dan. Well, like I said, I'm not an artist. Bro was drawing humans instead of trading. In this case, doing anything instead of trading is probably a plus EV play for me, you know? And we got new highs there on ES, so it's just kind of bringing NASDAQ with it. So we got 300 level. I don't know. What else do I got? Overnight highs, like I mentioned. Is there anything from Globex here? Maybe a little supply zone right at 300 there is interesting. So for the long side, very simply, we could just buy a pullback here. Maybe like a retest of this swing high. I don't know. Again, I'm not like in love with any of this stuff here. Like Luhan's girlfriend is with him. Drewski, catch you later. Little hammer there on the 5 minute. Still have to, I feel like I gotta stay long bias for now. My experience does Rhythmic have faster execution time? Try Lucid on Tradeovate, TradingView. That seems a little laggy. I haven't had really any problems with Rhythmic. Yeah, I got no beef with Rhythmic, really. It's fine. So to me, it's one of the more reliable ones. Rhythmic Connection. Obviously, they don't put as much into their simulated, feeds as much as they do their real ones. But does trade day offer Rhythmic? Well, let's find out. Let's go to propfromgorilla.com. It's my site. Trade day. No Rhythmic, unless they change things. No Rhythmic. I do have to take Project X off of those. But yeah, no Rhythmic. Wow, that site looks slick ass. It is. Do you manually change date on the site? Yeah, I do. What's up, Guillermo? How you doing? Dan's patience needs to be studied. I mean, I just don't want to lose money. So I don't see anything great yet. What's up, Savvy Taco? How you doing? So right now, I think longs to 290s. But I would be wary of, wary of a wick or something down a little bit far there if you're long up here. So a wick down there before the eventual move, just because we've seen that before, right? We've seen these long wicks here that can be kind of treacherous and stop you out of a nice long trade. So I think prioritize entry location so that you can stay in if something like that happens without too much drawdown. And maybe you missed the move to 290, that's okay. Trace back to 205. What do you like at 205? An EMA? Let's see. What EMA would that be? 205 is down there. That'd be like I forget what you said. What EMAs you use? Would that be like a 20 EMA or something? Not a 20. Like a 15 or something. Not close enough. 14 on a 1 minute, because on a 5 minutes seems far away. It can't be a 1 minute, I guess. What's this one? I already have a 20 EMA on here. I don't need it though. Delete. So something mildly interesting is I am seeing a little bit of a move off lows on VIX. I mean, a little bit. I don't want to overanalyze it. I am seeing VIX just tick up a little bit as, you know, ES is at the highs. That's mildly interesting. Again, I think not really seeing enough from sellers here yet. No, the 1OP's on Pete's own platform. It's not a trading view indicator. No, it's not on TradingView. All right. Thought this was a Bad Bunny song for a second. Yeah, I've never listened to Bad Bunny, but when I was watching his thing at the Super Bowl, it reminded me a little bit of these tracks I made. Because it's got the same kind of beat, you know? Like that kind of style. Yeah, I don't think so. Sorry, Discord cut out there for a minute, but there's the move. There's the move to 300. No wicks. So if you got in late, you're ideally able to stay in for this move. No wicks down to stop you out. That's what I was kind of looking for there, because, you know, this kind of price lately has been doing those kind of little like death wicks. Stop out wicks, whatever you want to call them, is they've been pretty treacherous. So no trades yet, Makonko. No, just been sitting here. Yeah, I'd rather be flat no trades than be red for sure. And I'd rather be flat than honestly get rewarded for a bad habit that pays. I think that's dangerous, is to make money off of a bad trading, I guess. Every time you hear that song, you think it says mow the lawn. I don't even know what you're talking about. Mow the lawn. So, a very nice move into my target zone here. Next up, if we keep grinding up, we have overnight highs to target. We already swept overnight lows. Savitaka, your take profit is 320. You got in at 180. So you're up 110 points. Nice. That's a terrific hold there. It's been a... You got in on that pullback then, huh? I wish I would have done the same, man. I wish I would have done the same.
You sure about that? You sure about that? That's why?
This is testing patience for sure. Guys, Chester, you're stuck under the sheet. Gabagool's barking, and so it got Chester excited. And Chester, he likes burying himself under the sheet because he's a special boy. And I think he got himself stuck. He wanted to go bark at the front door. Giveaway? I don't have any accounts to give away yet, sorry. You're stuck with just me with no other incentive. Bummer, I know. Back up here to the highs. See if we crack 300 now. Yeah, Froggy, all I can do is just enjoy every moment you have with the dogs, because they're not here as long as they should be. All right, there's a push higher. All right, 346. That's the next target. 346. How old is Gabagool? He's Gabagool. He is he just turned 3. Nice job, Taco. That's a monster trade for you. That's sick, dude. What's his name? It's Gabagool. It's mostly from the Sopranos. It's just It's like a Sicilian or a New York Italian way of saying capricola. Capricola? It's just like a cured meat. Like a deli meat. It's full of nitrates. Look at this bush, man. Pretty strong. Nice taco, very nice. 280 more to pass, 5 accounts. You're on a good pace then.
Gabagool. Over here.
It's a crazy name for such a distinguished gentleman. Yeah, our first dog's name was Carlton. Then there's Chesterfield King. And then there's Gabagool. So Vic's still staying a little bit elevated off the lows for this grind higher. So let's see if we can top out here at some point. Maybe get a nice little move back down. Even back down to PDH would be a nice trade. It's 100 points. We ate at a restaurant called Gabagool. Interesting. Did they serve Gabagool? Was it in New Jersey? That was in Georgia. Okay. All right, Evan. All right. You're on the last epi of Sopranos. Oh, dude, I love the finale, man. You're in for a treat. So, you know, little trend line here. What do you do? Another 15-minute demand zone. We've just been putting this in the entire morning. Rally, base, rally. Rally, base, rally. Say it with me. Rally, base, rally. That's what we've been doing. So it makes good targets for pullbacks. Like I said, PDH maybe. And we got a 15-minute demand right underneath there. And there's 200 level too. So, you know, if we can top out, maybe after sweeping overnight highs, we could have a nice move back down there. That'd make a good short side target, I believe. Do you have a course on how to draw that trend line, Uncle Dan? Yeah, it's going to cost you, though. I mean, look, my time is valuable. UncleDan'sTrendLineCourse.com. I'll do a special February promotion. We'll do 50% off February, and that'll put the cost down to like $2,999, something like that. Fire 10 minis on it, bro. I think the most I could trade is 2 minis on Lucid Funded right now. To me, this looks like it's just consolidated for one last pop here. I mean, maybe not one last one, but a pop. Looks like bullish consolidation to me. I don't trust it. I wish there's more going on here. What's silver doing? Silver grinding higher. Tempted along that. I mean, it doesn't look bad. Stop under 300 maybe. 290, 292 stop. Almost like a 1-to-1 here. Not bad. Do you know any good books on technical analysis? A lot of people like what's his face? The bar counting guy. Why can't I think of it? He's like very dense price action stuff. What's his name, chat? I don't like learning price action from books. I like, usually the charts are hard to read, etc. Al Brooks, yeah, thank you. Al Brooks is like kind of the OG price action educator. So he has like 3+ volumes of like price action books you could check out. But it is dense. That's what everyone says. They're dense. Faking shorts? Yeah, I don't know if I buy the short side move just yet. The pop to overnight highs to me seems pretty tempting. But obviously we can't turn around before those nice level sweeps that we all want. So, again, downside target would be in the 220s. Upside target, overnight highs. Those are the two areas. Dan, do a hero short. I mean, it is tempting. ES especially looks a little bit more like it rolling over right now. So it is a little tempting for me to want to short this. And honestly, I could. I wouldn't want to. I would just do a stop out above the highs there. And then if we go for that overnight high push, I could then look to re-enter. Problem is, like, yeah, again, ES does look a little bit more like it could drag NASDAQ with it. Because NASDAQ, to me, this is just a bull flag. So it's hard to want to short that. But ES could take it with it. So again, I would like to see. I could just have a hard time imagining that we just drop here after the 300 break before overnight highs. I feel like it might be a little early for that. What's your heart telling you? My heart's telling me 82 beats per minute. My heart, honestly, it's not really my heart, but my gut would say to long this still. I don't know if that's enough to trade on, though. Everything I've learned says that's not. Intuition is not enough. Let's see. It's the 320 here. Stop could be, again, 390. About a 30-point stop. That's not bad on micros. Haven't checked the heat map here in a bit. VIX again, staying green. The last candle, 15-minute chart was green, and then this current candle's green. And it'll close out in... Oh, it's got 5 minutes. Okay. You lost a funded account with a 5K balance accidentally. So depressed. Sorry to hear that, Money. Look, I had a trade on the live stream, and I made a short out of it where I was short on a Top Step XFA. Just got like a crazy news candle, and it dropped, and it made $4,000 like instantly, which that pretty much guarantees a payout, right? Just be smart. I ended up blowing that account. So somewhat similar. You know, I've blown a funded account with a large balance before, and it does feel terrible. But guess what? I only really remember it because you just mentioned that and made me think of it, but I don't think about that anymore. Like, that's in the past. I'm not doing that anymore. So it's just something to learn from. I would recommend doing the hard personal daily loss limit. Like, if you're on Rhythmic, you can do it. I think Tradeovate, you can do it. So just set yourself, like, if you have like a really nice balance you want to protect, just do you know, maybe $400 or $500, whatever, personal daily loss limit, and it gets hit. That's fine. If it's gonna feel annoying in the moment, but just come back the next day and you'll be glad that the account's still doing well, you know, healthy, etc. Okay. Looking for any rejection up here that I could short. Maybe we get the push first. That just happened to you, Guillermo? Yeah. What's my favorite eval size? It used to be the 150K, and lately I've just been comfortable trading the 50Ks. Mostly because in the funded stage, the 50Ks, this, I don't know, the dollar amounts are smaller and it's just like a little bit easier. I mean, the 25K probably gives you the absolute best ratio on most firms, but 50K though, I like, you know, once funded, I kind of just like the feel of it, you know what I mean? Settings for heat map. My heat map's not really working well lately, but you can download it in the Discord under links. Okay, maybe a little rejection here. This might be early, but here's my trade. I'm gonna try this short here before overnight highs get taken out. Three micros, small size. Looking for about 100 points here, ideally. Have a good one, Froggy. Catch you later. Dan, you know you're saying it's like $40 for a taxi, right? In Kenya, you can get a 5-star Italian place for 3 people with that much. Yeah. So if I'm wrong, I could hold it for above overnight highs, you know, if I want to stay in this trade and I like the area. And then we reject overnight highs. I could try to add a couple more to it up here. Or I could just cut it if it's not really looking that good. So we'll see. We'll see what shakes out here. Small size, important. I think Parshov keep fixed on like a 15-minute chart at least. But you know, again, it's off its lows. It's been off its lows for a while. It's gonna be one of those days where instead of trying to look for that reversal, just go with the longs. We've had those kind of recently where it's just like quit looking for the drop and just get in long, and then that's when you get paid. I feel like Friday was like that, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see what happens. I think I'm a little offsides, to be honest. I think I'm a little offsides. Think you could get out now? Oh, I certainly could. But again, you know, it's small size, so I can give this like 40 points and I'm not going to break too much of a sweat. So I can let it kind of sweep these overnight highs. See what happens. I could get out now for, let's see, I get out now at 38s or so on a new high. And then reassess. That's fine too. I too think you should get out of it, says Yuri. Yeah. VIX did move back down there. So $100, yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll hop out. I'm cool with that. I don't mind you know, taking the L there. Small loss. Not a problem. Well, yeah, like I was saying earlier, like on NAS, it was just looking like a bull flag. And we're so freaking close to those overnight highs. is tempting to want to just long that with like a mini targeting, 10 points. There we go. Yes, kind of lagging a little bit here. I've not put in new highs since 10 a.m. Yes, with the lower high. Yeah, Travis, it's not that easy. Not that easy. Maybe you're right. Yeah, I know. If I listen to chat too much and mess with my trades, that's not good. But, I don't really mind it. Again, small size. To me, it felt a little early too, so I don't really have a problem with the cut. I love you, Dad. I have no son, Zachary. No son of mine will watch my live streams. My most visited website, it's got to be YouTube Studio. Yeah, YouTube Studio, then Gmail. I don't compare platforms that much anymore because I'm just sticking with Lucid right now. Goal. Hell yeah, Taco. Code Gorilla on Lucid if you want to support the channel, the website, the stream, any of it. Me as a person. I love Lucid. I think they're great. Lupek, you made 630 copy trading XFAs to 50 and 150k combines. But it's not moving like you'd like it to. 17 hours in front of the charts. That's not healthy, sir. Have you dabbled with gold or silver? I did a little bit of silver a few days ago, last week. It was insane. It was like a Globex. It was like when silver started dropping, and I was like, it scared the shit out of me. Even 1 micro was like moving crazy. Does Lucid love you back though? I don't know. I'm not needy like that. I don't need them to. All right. No, I think he made more than $630. I think he just means recently. All right, we gotta get those overnights now, right? We have to. After that drop and hold there, gotta get the push, the sweep. Try on the left. Can you explain how it works? It's a heat map. The bubbles are showing volume. The colored lines are showing limit orders. So it's an order flow heat map. Carmine's really good at reading it. You could watch a video from Carmine about it. You'd probably be a better educator than me. How bad are the worst of your average drawdowns? You mean in a trade, or do you mean like from day to day, week to week, like longer term? If you're talking about an individual trade, you know, usually I'm stopping out with no more than a $500 loss, you know, on most accounts. On evals, I trade them more aggressively. Overall, longer term, well, look, when you're trading in the prop firm world, it's a little bit different than just trading a personal account in terms of tracking all that stuff. Like if you blow a funded account, okay, then you start over with the eval. You know, it's kind of like it's like a reset and go again kind of thing. So if you're talking about, I mean, like last year I had some large gaps between payouts, which was not ideal at all. So, you know, probably spending a few thousand on evals without getting a payout. You know, it's like, okay, overnights, they got to be getting hit right now. I should have just longed that drop there. That looked good. There it is. There's overnight highs. It's not a ping. It's the size of it's like how far I'm zoomed in, the 500 milliseconds. That's like how, just like its refresh rate or whatever. I don't know. Like if you change the zoom, it can adjust the milliseconds. Okay. Let's see if ES kind of does a somewhat of a double top here after the sweep of overnight highs on NASDAQ. That could be good if there's any sort of sellers that want to pop in there. That could be a decent setup. I think for now we have to assume that there's buyers are in control, so let's let them do what they want. See if we can pop in for a ride or not fight it, essentially. But, you know, rejection here on ES would be nice. Correlate with a overnight high sweep. A little tempting. All right, right at this 30-minute supply zone I just marked on the chart. This could be, there's a really nice drop out of it. So let's see if there's any sort of selling activity here. How often do you or some of your trading friends like Matt and Carmen have a losing week or a losing month? I don't know about Matt. I don't really keep in touch with him that regularly. Carmine, you know, he posts his stats usually. When I did that video with him 2 Februarys ago, so 2 years ago, he told me his last losing month was, I think, a year before that. And I don't think I've seen him post a losing month since then. So I think his last losing month was 3 years ago. Can't speak for anybody else, though. I don't want to fight this, but oh man, it is tempting to try hero short there. It really is. About me? Oh, I mean, I have red months all the time. I'm not there yet. I'll do a better job of tracking it this year, month to month. $300 lots there hitting the ask. Price action sucks today. Yeah, I mean it's not. I don't like these choppy slow grinds. They're not very fun. Honestly, like what I'm feeling right now, what I'm tempted to do, just because the candles have been like somewhat small, is put on like one mini, go for $250 about. Right, so that'll, you know, ideally get me out of the red, get me positive 150 on the day, and then just call it a day because it's not really ideal. Carmine is he's better in his order flow analysis. He's better at reading order flow, and he is more disciplined. And so his winners are really really strong, and his losers are small. So generally he's losing 3 points on ES, and when he wins, he's making 12 to 20 points, you know, maybe. So it's like at least 4x's. All right, I'm gonna try one more time here short with five micros. I just really like the overnight high sweep into supply, and I don't want to fight this though. So this is my second short, and if it doesn't work out, I'll probably call it. If we can move lower away from my entry, maybe there's the potential to add to this trade if I want to. Let's see if we can give up the 50% level of this 5-minute candle. That's what I just marked out, the purple line. All right, Savvy Taco, nice trading today. Good luck with any other trading you do. Catch you tomorrow. I'm copying from Trade Sneaker. I tried the Motivate Trade Copy even on 6 it wasn't working. When the trade copy gives you errors, it's like kind of frightening. You're like, oh my gosh, I didn't get out of any of my. I only got out of one account and not the rest of them. So it'd be like, make you freak out for a second. So Trade Syncer just is a little bit more reliable in that regard. All right, come on, let's get the drop. Enough goofing off here. Does Thor have rhythmic though? Weren't they not on rhythmic? do have it? Okay. Do we need to pay now and Tradeovate prop for connecting with TradingView? With the prop firm, I'm not sure you have to pay for it. Do you? Chat, do you know? I don't remember. I might flatten this here. It's not worth fighting this. I'll take the stop here at 57. Worth a shot, but again, you know, it's one of the, I feel it's like one of those days where when you finally just flip long is when you start getting paid, you know? I had a similar session like that on Friday where I was like looking for the short, looking for the short, looking for the short. And then I was like, all right, I'm just going to go long. And then that's when I made my money. So I feel similar to that. So keep losses small here. I think it's the right idea. I can go ahead and call it a stream here, though. I'll be back tomorrow for a Tuesday stream. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Thanks for hanging out today. Be well. See ya.